Hello, I'm Ken, and I will be doing week 6 discussion, and I will be doing the first question currently, and it was who stood out most to me this week, and I thought it was Teresa of Avila. She was a Spanish nun, and she was known for not really revolutionizing it. It was like already known, it was already it was more known, but maybe not accessible to everybody, but it was like a more revolutionized way to use prayer as a deep and interpersonal connection with God. And this is nothing new, even like for today, even back then, but maybe back then, being very close and personal and accessible with God was maybe more for people who were bishops, maybe the Pope, maybe cardinals, people higher ranked in the church, because being closer to God, being able to have a very close relationship with Him, is something maybe for more holy people, uh, like higher people in the church, and that's maybe what people viewed back then. So, her being somebody that had a companionship with God and like having a more close relationship was maybe not looked upon, but she was very human. She was a very I think she, for what I'm seeing, she was described as a mystic, and I guess I see what it means. She was a Carmelite nun, and she was uh, a Spanish person, but she had very human ideas with uh, the idea of having a relationship, idea of having to keep that relationship up, because prayer might be difficult, and human weaknesses such as greed and uh, not having that desire to pray. But she says one of the most important things is having a relationship with God, because God is somebody that will never fail you. God is a good friend, the only friend that will ever be called maybe a real friend. And so she was a mystic who believed in the deep relationship of a God, but she was also very down to earth and understood that humans were weak. Humans uh, had problems. And so her writings and teachings were very accessible and understanding. And one quote was meant from the text was, mental prayer in my opinion is nothing else than an intimate sharing between friends. And that just shows her definition of prayer for herself, and she's connected to the lecture through creation providence with the idea of um, there's like, I guess, like providence is God's ongoing care, right? Yeah, God's ongoing care and the fact to protect the creation that He's had. And there's a ladder into divinity through the seven castles in the through the seven castles. And I think the way that she talks about building a relationship is the same seven steps into divinity.